Hi guys, I wanted to make this video regarding why I personally prefer channeled tarot card readings as a psychic over just getting a regular tarot card reading. I think no matter what, an intuitive reading versus a channeled tarot card reading, you're still going to get the same outcome, meaning, if it's a reading about, are you going to get the job? Is this person going to propose to you? Are you going to have a child? I definitely think you're still going to get the same answers. However, I do think you're going to get more details if you were to get a channeled reading, which is why I prefer the channeled reading. I also think it's a better way to avoid potentially being biased. That's just me. My opinion doesn't make it a fact. So please just keep an open mind here. So for example, me, if you're going to come see me about a guy that's cheated on you and you want to know, should you leave him? In my mind, because of me and my personal experiences, I'm going to think, yes, you should leave him. But I know in the back of my mind that is not always true. There really are some people out there in the world that are able to make that change. And that line is not true where once a cheater, always a cheater. That is not true. As much as we like to think that. Now, in my corrupted mind, it is true, just because of my own personal experiences. But the truth is, it's not true. So this is why I personally love to channel, because I know for my clients, I can come through for them and I will not be biased, because with a channeled reading, there is an external source. There is your spirit guides coming through. There is my higher self, my spirit guides, the universe, source, whatever it is you believe in. It's basically like a third person, like a middle person, an outsider coming in to the situation. And that's what I love. So it's like I'm receiving direct downloads, clairvoyant visions, to use the cards. So there's a deeper, more cosmic like insight and specific details, and a sense of receiving spiritual guidance that you're meant to hear. And it isn't always super detailed. Sometimes the cards that I'm channeling, they are just giving the same meanings as the tarot cards are meant to give, such as Knight of Pentacles, patience, if it comes out upright. Or if it comes in reverse, sometimes I am channeling literally an impatient person. Or if I get the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, sometimes I'm literally channeling bad luck energy. So sometimes there really isn't so much a difference, or I'm channeling the same typical energy that somebody would give you if they weren't channeling. But usually more times than not, you are getting more details, which is why I love it. So I wanted to share this with you. So here we have it. This is Knight of Pentacles energy when it comes straight up and reverse. This is the Wheel of Fortune energy when it comes straight up and reverse. And then I wrote a few random details of my channeled messages throughout random readings that I've had. And I decided to write these down. So this is one of my Knight of Pentacles cards with one of my decks. And so when I've channeled the Knight of Pentacles, I've literally seen a man saving for an engagement ring. Okay. So if you were to go to get a tarot reading and you're asking, like, does this man take me seriously? Does he see a future with me? I do think a tarot card reader who doesn't channel, who pulls Knight of Pentacles straight up, would tell you the same thing as a channeled card, a channeled psychic. I'm sorry, as a psychic who channels tarot cards. I think they would tell you the same thing. Yes, definitely. Because Knight of Pentacles is somebody who basically is patient and sees something worth investing into. And that's you. So, but me seeing the vision of somebody literally saving for an engagement ring, it may bring you peace of mind to know that you are not wasting your time. You see what I mean? Everybody's different. Some people are not going to care, but some people do care. Some people do like the fine details. What else have I seen? I've seen literally a payment plan, a goal, movement that is nice and steady and calm. I've seen a manifestation board, something worth investing into. You see how some of these are pretty much it's literally the same energy that Knight of Pentacles is. Slow and steady wins the race. Grounded energy. Oh wait, I missed one. Walking down the aisle. I'm sure that was like another question about a guy and how he views a chick. Seeing a goal at the end of the path. Nice energy. And then when I pulled it in reversed, I was getting no movement. Somebody was probably contacting me about if a guy was going to reach out or not. Sees a goal, but is unsure if they should go for it. The energy is, should I or should I not? Should I or should I not? Forceful energy, fast energy, impatient energy, not looking to invest in you, but has lust for you. There is no future to invest into. There is no home, no foundation. There is no real goal. Wants quick results. Do not invest into any negative thoughts or negative conversations, and do not communicate about any negative things to other people or negative ideas or anything negative that may be going on. Do not put anything negative out into the universe. Now that was details. Again, this is why I personally prefer channeled messages, channeled tarot card readings. And I think this is also why other people out there would care too. All right, so Wheel of Fortune. So I didn't write too many channel messages for upright. But the one that I do have is something is happening that is out of your control, but it's for the positive, such as a glow up or getting a lot of attention based off of something you're doing or how you appear or who you are talking to or who specifically is watching you at this time or who specifically is taking an interest in you. Now, see, that energy is pretty much the same as what the Wheel of Fortune indicates. It indicates good luck, destiny, change, karma, soulmates, decisive moments, cycles of life, fate, fortune, upheaval, chance. Now, the wheel to me in tarot, I feel like it's like the vertex in astrology, which is when something is fated to happen, and it's out of your control. So channeling the wheel in reverse, I've seen this as a tire literally having some type of mechanical issue. A tire is stuck and can't move. Things happening outside of your control that are stopping you, either literally physically stopping you or energetically stopping you from achieving something. So it's manifesting as bad luck. A path in front of you breaks and now there's a split. Again, you're stuck. People cannot reach you. There's a separation. People can't find you. And then I've literally channeled the scene from The Wizard of Oz where Dorothy is in her house and her house is in the tornado. So with the wheel in reverse, again, all these things, I think the real detailed one was a tire, like pretty much having some type of mechanical issue. But these things are lining up with what the wheel in reverse is in tarot, where there's bad luck. Something is happening that is out of your control. I know anytime I pull this card for a tarot reading, I know that whatever I predict, it's not necessarily going to happen. And I always tell people this because with the wheel, it pretty much means that anything can change at any moment. There is no guarantee. And that's just the way it is. There's no guarantee. So yeah, I'm trying to think what else I wanted to say here. With channeled messages when it comes to tarot, besides the fact that I feel like the chances of you getting a more specific message are higher, I just feel like you're connecting with your spirit guides or your higher self. There is an outside source. That's what it is. And, when you're connecting with the psychic or whoever it is that is able to connect to something higher than you, you're able to get guidance that is not filtered. That's what it is. And I feel like getting information like that gives you more food for thought. So the information that you walk away with can be more empowering. I think the last thing I want to say is, and I feel like I already said it, I feel like with channeled messages, you're just getting more detailed messages. And I like the fact that it feels like it's an outsider peeking in and giving you more food for thought. I don't feel like there could be the potential of a biased message coming in when it's either your higher self or your spirit guides that are giving you the message. And what I also love is, more times than not, there's always a random message that comes through. I see it every day when I'm in a session. And that random message always gives the client something to think about, which always ends up empowering them later on. Sometimes it's not something that clicks right then and there, but it's something that ends up helping them later on. So yeah,